Hello! In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make smoothies. Now again, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for you so you can learn this stuff in the comfort of your own home. And when you show up to work, you'll already know about what's going on. Alright, so this is a smoothie machine. I want to show you how it works. Okay, now you'll see here a series of buttons. They correspond to the different sizes of drinks. You'll see one is for medium, 2 is for large, 3 is for kid size. Again, 1 for medium, 2 for large, 3 for kid size. This down here is a manual ice. Brings out ice for you. This is the manual spin. I'll explain what those are used for. And this up here is a stop button. So see if you press it, you stop it immediately with that. So again, you want to know what the buttons are for. 1 is for medium size cold drinks, 2 is for large, and 3 is for kid size. In the cold drinks, we have this medium 16 ounce, large 24 ounce, and kid size 9 ounce. Okay, so you'll see here, this is where the actual pitcher goes in. You see how it goes in, just slides in. It's like some grooves down here it slides into. Up here is a little splash guard that you want to wipe up around here in between drinks. To put the pitcher in, you just simply slide it in. Up here is where the ice goes. You'll see this opens up. That's how we put our ice in there. Make sure when you're making smoothies there's enough ice in there. You see how much ice is in there now? You want to keep it at that level, or else there won't be enough gravity to push the ice down and you'll see your drinks come out short. Okay, it's very important. Now if your drinks do come up short, you can pour the drink back in, slide it in there. That's what the manual ice is for. You can add a little ice. Usually only a second or 2 is enough. So that'll be plenty. Then mix it again. So in an event, let's say your drink is not spinning, what you need to do is you need to look in there when you're making and make sure that everything is blending properly. If it's not, either shake it up and loosen things up a little bit. If it's still too thick, take it out, add just about 1 ounce of liquid, whatever the recipe may call for. 1 ounce is plenty. Always measure out your drinks and your liquids. Don't pour anything without measuring it. And then put it back in, and then you can do the manual spin. Make sure it's spinning okay. So now you know how to use the blender. Next is a recipe guides. So whenever you make a blended beverage, there's going to be 3 different options, okay? And I'm going to show you how to determine. You'll see here the recipe guides to 20 to 24 ounce smoothie and shakes. Those are our fitness shakes. Then you have signature smoothies. And then over here is the chinos, okay? So the way those correspond to the menus. For example, I'm going to take you over here and show you the different menus. You see here on this menu here it says signature smoothies. So those are all the ones that have names. Those have predetermined recipes and they correspond to that recipe guide that says signature smoothies. Over here you'll see, looks the same, but if you notice here they're more fitness shakes. Whey protein, refuel, lean machine, low carb, muscle builder, immune booster. And the way those work are the customer gets to pick what fruits they want in it. So they can pick from these fruits: mango, coconut, strawberry, banana, raspberry, peach, wild berry, chocolate, or vanilla. And then the medium-sized drinks, the customer can choose 2 fruits in a medium size, 3 fruits in a large. So 2 fruits for the medium, 3 fruits for the large. Kid size is 2 fruits as well. So that menu corresponds to the smoothie shake. You'll see here, smoothie shake. There's one here where they can make their own smoothie if they don't want to have one of these predetermined recipes with these cool names, Mango Malibu and all this stuff. Then they can go over here, they can choose smoothie or shake, and they get to pick their own fruits. Okay, so this one is a smoothie shake, fitness shake recipe guide. And then the chinos, those are the cold blended coffee beverages, and those are found on our main menu here. You'll see here a Snicker Chino. You'll see here Coffee Chino, Mocha Chino, Green Tea Chino, Caramel Almond Chino. Those are really good. Those are like the Frappuccinos, and they're made with ice cream, real espresso, and the flavor depending on the choice. Okay? So now we talked about the different types of menus correspond to the different recipe guides. So again, here we go. Smoothie and shakes, that's for the recipes for the fitness shakes, the low carb shake, the meal replacement, the refuel. And over here we have signature smoothies. Those are the ones with the names. They already have the predetermined recipes. And then over here, the chinos. Those are the coffee blended drinks, like Frappuccinos. They're made with the shaved ice cream, real espresso, and our homemade chocolate, if it's a mocha or Ghirardelli caramel or white chocolate. Okay. Now over here, you'll find all the ingredients. Now this is the fruit. What it is, it's a real fruit puree. We found our customers want their beverages to taste the same every time they come in. So we use this really high quality real fruit puree. Looks like a liquid, but it's real fruit, and it's mixed with some juices to give it a consistent flavor every time. You'll see them all here. They're all labeled: mango, ice cream, non-fat yogurt, orange juice. Also, we keep other not so popular things back here just because we don't have enough room up there. So up here you'll see your iced teas. There's the espresso base for the coffee drinks, the chinos. Okay, it's kind of cramped because right now we're closed, so everything is packed in there for the night. But I want you to know when you come in how to do this. So let's go through it. Also, you'll see there's for different sizes. Up here's a 24-ounce smoothie and shake, and then there's also 16-ounce smoothie and shake. If it's a kid size, you want to cut the 16-ounce recipe in half. So again, remember, not only is there 3 different types of recipe guides, the fitness shakes, the signature smoothies, and the chinos, but there's different recipes for the different sizes. So match up what you have and match it up to the right recipe guide. It's very simple, just being very thorough so you understand it. So again, here's the signature smoothies, and we got 16-ounce, and then we got 24-ounce. And then on here, the chinos, blended coffee beverages, the sizes that is here, see, you follow it across, the recipe will be written across. For example, here's a medium green tea chino, 1.5 scoops of green tea, 7 ounces ice cream, so on. Okay, with the drinks, you'll see, follow the recipes down. For example, here's a mango Malibu, 3 ounces mango, 2 ounces strawberry, 2 ounces yogurt, 3 ounces OJ. Very simple. You measure them out here. And again, you don't need to memorize these because they'll be here for you when you're making drinks. And you take it here, you pour your ingredients in here, pour it right into the pitcher. Once all the ingredients are in, you're going to take it over and blend it, pressing the correct button, depending on what size it is. Okay, there's also we talked about the choose your own. I'm going to send an order in right now just so I can show you up here how they're going to look. See how they look? They come up on the screen, then that's when you know you need to make them. So there's a large fruit blends. Now what that is, that's a choose your own flavors. When it says fruit blends like that, the customer gets to pick their own fruits. And then we'll just divide the fruits evenly amongst the recipes. So for example, that one is a medium fruit blends, and the medium fruit blends is a 16 ounce. So we'll find that on there. You'll see it has 5 ounces of fruit. So we just divide their 2 mango and raspberry by, we'll divide it into 5, which is 2.5 ounces each. Same with the large. If it's 2 flavors, divide them equally. If it's banana, use these bananas. The guideline for that is each quarter banana is about 1/2 ounce. So you'll cut the banana and just squeeze it out. You won't even touch the banana, just squeeze it out with the peel right into the pitcher. Okay, every quarter banana is about 1/2 ounce. We'll show you how to do that. And then the mochaccino, see how it says chino, you'll know that, okay, it's a chino. I'm going to look on my chino recipe guide. Reese's chino. Over here you have a mango Malibu. That's one of the signatures. So you'll go to the signature smoothie recipe guide. Okay, very, very simple. They'll all be right here for you at the station. Over here we have our power shake, which is a meal replacement shake. Has all the vitamins and minerals that a person may need throughout the day. And you have the protein, pure protein, which is a high protein supplement to feed muscles and give people protein. Muscle builders are very high protein for muscle gain and weight gain. So those are the different ones that you'll see in the recipe guide. Also, you want to be aware that there's different size scoops. For example, this is the small scoop. This is the large scoop. You'll see in the recipe guides it calls for large scoops or small scoops depending on the size. So when you fill these up, you want to make sure they're full. Scoop it out like that. Push it against the side a little bit. Give it a little pack. People getting their money's worth, and they get a good beverage. Okay, so dump it right in there, right into the pitcher. But remember how to scoop it flat. Always flat scoop so it's consistent. Okay, see how my scoops are flat? I did kind of pack it in there a little bit. Okay. Up here we have the supplements. Depending on what the beverage is or what the customer asks for, you'll get the supplement down. Again, the way these work is you just open up the supplement capsule, dump it right into, see how that is? Just a capsule, and you pull it apart and twist. Let me show you, for example. You just pull it apart, get that stuff out of it, some squeezing and turning it. Once it's all out, just throw away the shell. Don't put the shell in the smoothie, just what's inside of it. Okay, so show you around here. We have our stuff all set up here. Our cups, flat lids, dome lids. Okay. Now when you're making drinks, you want to make sure they're full. If they come out short, put them back in the pitcher, add a little ice or add an ounce or 2 of liquid. Don't ever give a drink that's half or short from the top. Customers don't like it. If it's a little over, it's all right. You could use a dome lid. People like to get a little extra. Also, when you're adding ice in here, be careful not to add too much ice because you'll dilute the drink. The drink will become watery. It won't have much flavor to it because there'll be too much ice. When you pour it, there'll be a bunch left over, which we'll end up throwing away. The customer gets a drink that's not as flavorful as it could be because the flavors have been separated out throughout the excess ice. So be cautious. We want to make sure every drink is good. Like I said, only a second or two on this will do a lot. Get a lot of ice in there already from that, okay? All right, so now you've learned how to use the blender, what each button stands for, the different recipes, 3 of them, for each type of drinks, either signature smoothies, fitness shakes, or the chinos, and also that there's different recipe guides for the different sizes for each type of smoothie. 24-ounce shakes, 16-ounce shakes, 24-ounce signature smoothies, 16-ounce signature smoothies, and then the chinos are all in one. Okay, so to continue, you'll see here the dipper well. I want to make sure the things stay in there. It's not on too high or else it'll overflow. Just a little slow trickle. And then up here, showed you the proteins and the supplements. Straws. And our ice machine is over here, you'll see. Open that up. See the ice scoop in there. It's important to keep the ice scoop up there. And then the video screen where the orders come through. And then this is how you control the video screen. This is the clear button. This is the recall button. So if you accidentally erase an order, you want to bring it back, you press here. Okay, so see, I'll clear an order, pressing the red button, and it clears the first order here. So press it again, red button, clear. If I want to bring it back, press the yellow button, recall. Okay. Now over here, you'll notice we have our flavors for the chinos. You'll see caramel. Be cautious, there's caramel, and then there's sugar-free caramel, and then there's sugar-free chocolate. So be cautious that if someone's not asking for sugar-free, don't put sugar-free because it tastes different. Okay. All right, I think that was pretty good. Showed you how to make smoothies. I explained the protein powders. I explained the flavors, how they're sugar-free and non-sugar-free, how to put supplements in by opening the capsules. I explained how to read the monitor system. I explained how to clear and recall orders. I explained how to use the blender, how to keep ice in there at the proper level, and how to remedy a drink that comes out short by putting a little extra ice in it, but not too much so it dilutes, so it doesn't dilute the drink. Showed you how to scoop the proteins, flat and full scoops. Okay, then what you're gonna do when you pour your fruit into these, you'll see numbers here corresponding, so whatever it may be, just fill it up to the proper ounces and pour it directly into the blender. Okay, now when you measure things out, make sure you put the blender or the cup on the counter. Don't try to measure up in the air like this while you're pouring and you're holding in one hand. It's hard to get an accurate reading and it takes longer. So please put your pitcher down and then you're gonna pour whatever it is. For example, this is a raspberry. So let's say I'm doing a raspberry smoothie, medium. Medium gets 5 ounces. I'm going to go right up 5 ounces, see? And then then I'd pour it right into the blender. Pour it right in. So then the next, pour it right in. The next ingredient would be 2 ounces yogurt. Again, I would go in here, find my yogurt, showed you where all the fruits are and how they're labeled. I also showed you back here in our backup refrigerator, you'll find the espresso base, iced teas, chocolate. Okay, so you'll get the ingredients, whatever they may be. Measure them out. Once you have the entire recipe in the pitcher, you're going to bring the pitcher over and you're going to press the button it corresponds with. Either 1 for medium, 2 for large, 3 for kid size. Checking for ice. Enough. Okay, great. I think that's a pretty good introduction, and I hope it helps you. Please review this as needed and come with any questions you might have. And I hope you like the job. I think it's a really cool job. I think you'll like it a lot. Thank you.